Okay, so what I'm going to do is trying to just go through this, just fast forward to a couple of spots here in the speech, okay? So I've watched it a few times, and just some things to make note of so you understand the rubric I sent back to you. Okay, so let's just watch right here. I'm in your intro. Okay, so I'm turning down the volume right now. And I just want you to look at your body language and your facial expressions. Look at the shifting of body weight and your legs, like right leg coming out over the left leg coming out over the right. So it doesn't look like it doesn't have that confidence, right? So you want to plant those feet, especially if you don't have like a stand or a podium or anything in front of you. Also, I understand holding your hands. Like, see how you're kind of keeping those hands close? It does prevent from kind of crazy gestures or wild gestures, but I actually think having some gestures that help to illustrate what you're talking about would be helpful. Okay, so I don't even feel like I have to really turn this up. Okay, so you can see the shifting. And then I mentioned vocal variety on the rubric because throughout the speech there's no change in your rate and no change in your tone. So there's an absence of vocal variety. Now, it seems like you're a low-key guy, and that's fine, okay? That's fine. I think it's something you can work with, but I still think you can find a bit of places to, with some vocal emphasis, okay? Your facial expression seems more like you're reading. So I'm guessing that there's something in the back there taped up or a screen or something because I can kind of hear the beeping. So I just want to make sure you know you don't have to have this speech memorized. It's okay to have notes. It's okay to have an outline. But I just think you need to be much more familiar with it so you can make eye contact with your audience and not have to look up above their heads and read. Okay? I think that will also help with the intonation. My last comment as to how you're doing is I think you made effective use of pauses. I think you made effective use of transitions. It was very easy to follow your speech. I really liked, sorry for the interruption there. I really liked how you had how you used the comparison of a student and an athlete. I thought that was a great idea. Okay, so in terms of how this speech was composed, very good. And you can see that in your rubric, that was all very good. You had a solid intro, you had a solid conclusion, and you followed the elements of the assignment as well, what was required to be in it. So I'll be looking for the delivery, okay, the performance aspect, body language so that you're engaged, connected to what it is you're saying, and less of a reading inflection, okay? But it's a good first speech.